we started with. I had no idea what I was doing when we built all this stuff, so it was kind of just a learning process. But we're trying to get ahead of it. In about an hour from now, there'll be 15 people over here fishing, swimming, hanging out. We got some stand-up jet skis underneath the dock, but it's a 2-tower wakeboard system. Just paddle boards and whatever. But when they're done with their gym, they tend to congregate over here. Yeah. Fishing is a big thing here. We have a bunch of ponds you'll see, but fishing is like every evening all you see is kids fishing. And I love that shit.
Yeah.
If they're not sitting inside on their phones, I'm cool.
Exactly. Out doing shit.
Yeah.
When did you build this?
13 or 14.
And you're married with kids?
2 girls, yeah.
2 girls.
We got a little chicken coop and a little farm back here, but I'll show you the real farm too. Yeah, I love living here. I wouldn't change a thing.
What a great view. I do. I'd mow the grass. That's my shit.
So Ben is the boss around here. He was the general manager, now he's above that, but Jolene does all the office accounting, ins and outs. Nice that they live here. Mike B lives here. Most of the staff does live here. Not everybody, but most.
How did you end up with Mike? How did you meet Mike?
He just showed up one day.
That's awesome.
Showed up for open practice, and he left a coffee maker for the sign-up building. Like, who gifts a coffee maker? Like, that's cool. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
And then the next year he came back and said, I'm retired, can I help? I'm like, yeah, we need help with the public practice track, because we like to have open practice on weekends on our practice track, but we don't have the staffing to keep up, because the training side just keeps growing, and then the race team happened, and so it just kind of went on and on. But yeah, so these are a couple, like, we actually built these 2 houses out of, that's Milt's house, FXR.
Oh, that's Milt's? All right.
Yep.
What's up, Amber? What's up, Milt?
And these were kind of proof of concepts.
Yeah.
Like moto garages set up to be, they're super cool. Built-in pressure washers, cabinets, like, they're cool little houses. 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Oh, that's nice.
When we built them, just like kind of blew up. People wanting more.
Now, do you have all the same guys build the housing? Are they all different contractors?
Similar,
or?
yeah. I try to use the local guys as much as possible.
Yep.
This is called our bottom track. So this is like our hard pack Supercross. This one doesn't get blue-boomed, even though it don't look like it right now. It's been sitting, but very technical, tight track, very racy, really good for testing. And I'll swing you around. I'm gonna turn around.
Okay.
But you're gonna see the other side.
As far as the grounds and what you have here, do you plan on expanding anything else, or is it the tracks where they're at we're going to keep and this is all we're going to do? Or do you feel like you need to expand more as you grow?
I want to pro national one day.
Okay,
so, yeah,
that's the vision.
Yeah, I think we will expand to accommodate parking facilities. These are some cabins around a fishing pond. I'll go in there actually. Yeah. It's kind of cool. But I would, the dream.
When's that sign going to come down?
Never. And Phil won't admit it, but he really likes it. So
oh, you know he
loves
does.
it.
Yeah. That's an ego stroke, Phil. Come on. He earned it, though.
No, Phil's one of the OGs.
He earned it.
Yeah. A lot of stories with Phil over the years.
Oh, there's something going on with that pond. 5-pounder, nice.
These are some of the original cabins we also built. These are 2-bedroom little cabins. But it's an option for people that want to just live quietly and
So,
tiny home living.
are they month to month? Are they on a year lease, or how does this work?
Yearly.
Yearly.
Yeah.
Okay. And everyone here is riding some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's not just random people like, hey, I want to live here, and they don't own a dirt bike.
No.
It's all moto people.
Yeah.
Correct. That's really cool. I like that chill station up there.
Yeah, McAdoo built that cabin. He lived there for
That's right. Mac was here for a long time. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Jeremy lived in one of those cabins. Marchbanks is in one. Nicoletti and Alex. I mean, there's been some good dudes in these housing over the years. It's cool. Time freaking flies. This is one of the campgrounds, but this is actually getting turned into all housing.
Okay.
We're building a new campground in the back, and this would be new houses. I'm pretty excited about that.
How many total kids here are currently doing the club program?
36. These will be houses right here, 3. 2 on the bottom, 1 up here. Chad just moved in, so it's a cool neighbor to have.
Chad's house. That's nice. So that house was built for him, or was that already being built?
That one had just got built and he bought it.
Got it.
And we got a couple more going up here. As you can see, they're getting ready to start pouring the concrete. These will be really cool.
That one will be nice right there overlooking the pond. That'll be sweet.
And we call this the public side. So when we have open practice,
Okay.
this is where they come. The other side, where the race shop is and all the training stuff, that's private to just the annual members and guys training here. But this is what we're trying to, this was all woods, and we've been cleaning this up over the years, but this is something we're trying to get situated and maybe one day host a national or just a big event, but a national would be awesome. I think now that I've got to experience racing from a team standpoint, I would like to create a facility that would make all the teams pumped to come here and have just clean pits and just do it a little bit different. I'd like that opportunity to do someday, but we're not there yet.
Okay, Davey.
We'll get there.
Has Davey come out and checked this place out?
Yep, him and Mike Buick came out last year, and I kind of give them the spiel and the vision. I think next time they come out, they'll be impressed with the changes, and maybe one day we'll get a shot at it, but we'll see. It's a public practice track.
How often is that used? Do you guys ever come over here to ride it just to switch it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we ride that track almost as much as we ride the other one.
Okay.
If we ever do have open practice, we're on this track the week following, but we try to time it. So like Paula and Hangtown, we rode over here.
Okay.
Our actual preseason testing was on that track. It's fast. It gets a high-speed chop. It's red clay. So that's actually, and that's where most everybody does bike setup on that track. 'Cause it's not quite so sandy.
Yeah, Cody was telling me that he prefers that track. It's more realistic to like a national.
It's a harder red clay.
Yeah.
And that track, yeah, it's a big track. So it's a lot to prep. So for training, it's not ideal, but
You got sand up here.
that's our GP track. So that's a sand track, just a whooped out big corner track. We actually ride this one usually every Monday.
Okay.
It's a great technique track. Work on fundamentals and it gets super rough, but also no jumps, just technique. This area here we just cleaned up. This is getting 3 more of these cabins, but a little bit bigger. These are like studio style, like just open. It's just made for one person. There's a film guy in that one, Voland, Miguel, track guy, Cam, the motor guy. They're really just set up for one person, but they're really cool. I mean, washer, dryer, super organized closets.
Nice. Yeah.
Fire pit.
Outside area.
These are really cute.
solid surface, everything, the waterfall edges, beautiful showers with the big glass door, outdoor shower. They're cool. Every time we build something, we try to do it a little nicer. I don't have experience in this, so it's always a learning opportunity. But then there's also this standard that you can't really surpass either, because we are just a bunch of moto dudes. But this is set up to keep going, this road, so we have the opportunity to expand this back here. This was just all woods and swamp. Everything was in it. It's very peaceful back here.
Yeah, that's what I get. I get the vibe. It's just really relaxing.
These tracks, maybe we're back here on a Monday, and then it's just dead quiet back here for the rest of the time. So very peaceful back here.
It's got to be a rewarding feeling for you, man. Like coming from where you came from, coming down here, the story about you just, hey, I'm gonna get on this dozer, I'm gonna improve myself, and then you see what you're doing now, and not even the property and all the stuff you got here, but even the team, like how the team has gotten better over the years and more respected, and the bikes have gotten better, and you got better quality of human beings working for you now that are really smart, just general motocross people, so.
No, I'm lucky, and I got lucky in the beginning to have good help, because obviously I can't do all this.
Right.
And it is rewarding, but more, I would say, I don't know, humbling. Like, at the end of the day, I'm just a moto fan, like we all are, right? Like, I love this shit. So for me, just to be able to live here and at night get to cruise around and look at Supercross tracks, and to me, that's all I could ever ask for. And I am lucky. The race team was never planned. It was kind of just something that was like, hey, there's an opportunity, let's go. It was the same with starting. It was like, all right, here's an opportunity. I have no idea what I'm doing, but let's go. The race team was the same. Everything's been that way. Just get started. You'll figure it out. And I'm lucky. Good people have stumbled upon my path as I'm going down it. This track is fun. This one's fully irrigated. Red clay, so it ruts up. This would be more your Georgia dirt you guys see. It's actually sand by nature, but we took the whole cap of that hill off, and it's a vein of red clay, and I think this was an 8-day project with the haul truck, just hauling red clay. It's blown out now from the rainstorms, but it's beautiful when it gets rebuilt.
That looks good.
Fun track.
What's your favorite track for you to ride? Like, what do you prefer? If you just want to ride and have a good time, which track do you like the most?
Probably the front track that you guys rode today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just jumpy, busy, but I like that GP sand track too. That's a fun track just to go put some motos in.
Just the view is sick. Oh yeah, that's sick. That's nice. That would be a fun track.
This is where we would host a national. I would like the opportunity to make this track really insane, and if I had a national, I'd have a reason to.
Wow.
And
I can kind of picture that, what it would break down, and God, it would be rough.
Oh yeah. Track. See the Supercross pad over there. We'll get a better look at that, but that we're getting ready to do a big addition to. The biggest part of club growing is actually Supercross. Motocross in Loretta's prep and nationals, that's been pretty normal year after year, right? But Supercross is what we've found to actually be our strong suit. So we're going to make a big push on Supercross this coming year with we're going to make that pad bigger, have more of a training obstacle tracks, whoop tracks, rhythm tracks, bull corner tracks, more dial in the program to just be a high level regimented program. Keep guys safe. Also, the amateurs learning Supercross is really important to learn it correctly, safely. You can't learn if you're hurt, and that's the hard part with Supercross. So we're gonna make a big push at introducing amateur guys earlier with the tracks mellowed down, make sure bikes are set up properly, help everybody with that. It doesn't matter what team you ride for or who you're with. Like, we just want to help the rider get better. So we're going to start a really big phase of pulling that pad all the way across into that tree line. And then we'll have the 2 tracks spread out, and it'll have a bunch of room for training specific tracks. And Dirtworks does all of our initial builds.
Okay.
So we work with them to replicate, but then obviously we can build tracks ourselves too. So as the season goes on, we reverse them, we change them, do whatever we need to do. Today they were having corner track. You guys actually should have rode that too. But
Yeah,
they just ripped so group 3 was down here today, so you guys didn't see one of the groups, but they were with Blair on this track. But it's basically just a big corner track ripped throughout the Supercross track.
Damn.
It's good.
Missed out, Aiden.
Yeah.
I don't know. The track was pretty good today, man.
Yeah.
That's part of me. What's fun, Brandon, I was telling the wife, is like when you get to it, you get older, you get to a certain level, it's very tough to see gains, right?
Yeah.
And then it's very small increments. And then when you go somewhere else different, you know, you surround yourself with the same track every day in and out, California, and you go somewhere different. When you suck at something, it's almost like you get happy because the gains are so much better, you know?
Like, that was a challenging track today. That was good. This is part of our farm. It's actually a cow pasture. Let's see. Another fishing pond back here. The other day there was some of the littler kids that were tag teaming carrying a kayak. And they hustled it from way up there all the way back here. I'm like, man, that's living. That's what all kids should be doing. It was cool. Eventually we're gonna develop this side of the property too. I'll show you the rest of the houses over here. This is a really cool spot.
Oh, wow.
And people don't even know it's back
I
here.
didn't know it was back there.
It'll make sense when we leave and come to the road. You'll see where we're at.
So how many more homes are being under construction as we speak?
Right now we got the new gym, 2 houses, and then we got the 3 cabins over here are going to start.
Okay.
And then as soon as we get going on that, we're going to start 5 more houses and a new campground. So that'll be a big push. There's our chicken farm. We got some goats. Actually, Cole's goats.
What's up, buddy?
Some cattle. So we process 1 a year. That's enough for us.
That's enough meat, huh?
Yeah. And so this is Deborah. She's our wellness coach. So she does the nutrition program, all the cooking, all the blood paneling, everything like that. She's got a cool spot. She also rides.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
You can kind of see their corner track through the grass. And then the White House is Mike B.
That's Mike's house. All right. Mike, you never left.
Yeah.
You stuck around.
Yeah.
Does everyone do their own mowing?
They do back here,
Okay.
but the rest we keep up with, yeah.
Got it.
They're responsible for their house. But this is cool back here. Like the sun sets over top of the track. It's super sick. Yeah.
Look at that. That's sick, huh? Yeah, it's peaceful.
The thing about club was I never knew it when COVID happened. That was the coolest part of club is you realized how good you have it living out here in the middle of nowhere because we didn't even know COVID was going on. We're just out here doing our thing.
Nothing's changed for you. You're still doing the same thing.
And even Chesterfield never changed.
Yep.
We're far enough that that's when I was kind of like I appreciate living in the middle of nowhere.
It all made sense, yeah.
Yeah. We just do our thing. A bunch of dudes that like dirt bikes. That's all there is to it. Not just dudes. That's Hayden. He's one of the riding coaches who lives there. And then you'll see where we're at when we get up here. It's a little bit confusing how I drove around. Let's go. We meet at the top of the road for our road bike rides in the morning. There's a running group that meets there. We go road biking all over, but they got routes to just run around here. And it's just easy.
There you
Do
go.
your work, be done, no excuses. Now you kind of see what we're at.
That's the loop. All right, 20-minute drive with Brandon at Club MX.
Yeah. I'll show you Supercross stuff because you ain't seen that yet. One more piece. This used to just all be swamp and dead trees. It looks still unfinished right now, but this would be one big pond through here when it's all done. We just